Hey folks. Just getting set up. I think Lukcid and FlareRi actually just started their game, and then Lukcid realized they didn't have spectate on. So they're going to... Well, they didn't start the game. They were just at the very start of pick and ban. So they're going to back out and start again, but... Hang on, let me get my mic actually set up here. Lukcid and I both showed up for this game super late, so apologies to FlareRi. That's why I'm kind of hectically getting my stream ready here. And I also can't really hear anything. So let me put this over here. It's been so long since I've streamed a tournament match, I forget how to do everything. So yeah, waiting for them to get spectate mode turned on. Oh, I think, yeah, we'll see here. Lukcid's playing on the Trinhuv account, so we will keep an eye on that. Okay, things are back to normal. The Lost Chaton, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Long time no see for all the Kong fans. Yeah, I was streaming some Final Fantasy for a while, and then went on vacation for a while, so it's been, I don't know, a couple of weeks anyway. Alright, let's actually start taking a look at the action here now. Don't want to get too distracted. Sorry if you can hear a bunch of crap fluttering around on my desk. Like I said, I've been away from the studio and haven't had a chance to reset everything for Langrisser mode in a while. So here we have, this is the elimination round of the TSdL Langrisser Season 12, a tournament which I was just eliminated from a few hours ago. Fun stuff. In this game we have Player 1, FlareRi, Player 2, Trinhuv, the Trinhuv account being played by Lukcid Crosley, former global champion. And so far we've got a kind of interesting box on FlareRi's side. He's getting first pick Rosenseal, but he also has Mariel in there. You don't see that a ton. Lugner is a nice thing to see. A big fan of Lugner as a weird healer. We've also got Ashamar, we've also got Joa and Connie, we've also got Toa. Lukcid playing a little bit more of a strictly meta box for his part, and first picking the McLean here. He also has Sagni, which I'd be interested to see if that's a 6-star Sagni. I wouldn't be surprised, to be perfectly honest. Hey, I'm a Zero, welcome to the stream. Let me know if everything sounds okay. I kind of hectically got this all set up. Everything should be working, but it might not be. I'm still kind of running on my old Final Fantasy settings. Which I will start streaming again soon, now that I'm back from vacay. Actually, I'm going to a wedding this weekend, so probably not much time to get back into Final Fantasy this weekend, but there will be more streams. Okay, so despite his slightly odd-looking box, FlareRi is getting kind of a more traditional opening pick and ban here with the Rosenseal and Hilda, so he's definitely going to have a Rosen tank comp. Trinhuv with the second pick, AO, is interesting because AO typically is not thought of as being super good into Rosen. But Lukcid probably has plans for her. Notably, though, McLean is a very strong guard ignore, so as long as Lukcid is able to pop Hilda's anti-crit talent, McLean is definitely a big threat to FlareRi's side. Awesome, thanks for confirming that, Amma and Cobra. Yeah, that's a fair point, Amma, is that, I mean, Hilda's weakness, if she has one, is magic, and AO, especially a strong AO like the one Trinhuv has on his account, is a good single-target mage. Okay, so FlareRi also picking up the Oboro here. This is turning into a real, kind of a typical turtle comp on FlareRi's side. And yeah, with the 1-2 punch now here between AO and Lucretia, it looks like the plan is really just to melt that Hilda down. She may or may not be able to bust Hilda on her own, but Lukcid is putting together a comp here. I wouldn't be surprised to see either of these last picked on Trin or on Lukcid's side. Hoping it's going to be Sagni just because I want to see how powerful this one is. Oh man, there's some significant Doberman stomping going on upstairs. Yeah, so the safer and more sensible pick, Gintoki 5th. That's going to be good whether Hilda's still alive or not. Moondoggy, yes, this is TSdL. I'm not even sure what round it is, to be honest. Okay, so for FlareRi's side, he has a little bit of a slow burn Oboro here, but he also has some more aggressive picks, 4th and 5th. Leon and Joa and Connie can definitely get out ahead of his team if need be. And that's probably going to need to be the case. Lukcid has picked a decently speedy team here. He knows he's going to want to close ground and start engagement as soon as he can. He doesn't want to give FlareRi a ton of time to get that Oboro built up. So that will be one of the strengths of the Joa and Connie and the Leon, is that they can not necessarily zone, but as Trin starts to get closer into engagement range, they can be kind of discouraging for him. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what we've got here. Okay, so it's a Horse Hilda. With heavy shield, interesting. Everything else looking pretty normal to me at first gander. Playing out their opening gambits nice and quickly. So we do have all single target on the AO and the Lucretia. Lucretia bringing the mass attack as well to help get those buffs up. One thing that's nice for FlareRi is that with no tank on Lukcid's side, he really only needs to build up that Oboro to 3 stacks tops. So he will be able to have Oboro ready in the action a little bit more quickly, which puts a little bit more pressure on Lukcid to close that gap. To the extent that Lukcid may not even choose to play that way, like he may not rush headlong into the enemy team and opt more for a bit more of a positional game to bait FlareRi out a little bit. I mean, he does have decent range control with the Lucretia and the Golem, the AO with her swap as well. McLean's tiles won't affect the Oboro, really. Yeah, and FlareRi's moving up. Sadly, the chain's not really in play anymore now that Rosen has the team covered. Leon's sneaking around down here, skulking around, hoping he's going to be able to find an opening here soon. Okay, so Lukcid gets McLean's assassination skill prepared, and also plants him in the water, so he's on natural water, he's got his revive. Lukcid with kind of an annoying team in the sense that McLean and AO and Lucretia in her own way all have revives. But Leon and Oboro both have burst damage after their single target attacks. Probably not enough burst to take the second life off this McLean, but getting the first life off of McLean and seriously crippling him are pretty valuable things. Oh, this also hauls McLean way up to the front line back at the rest of FlareRi's team. So if this McLean wasn't ready to pull the trigger with his assassination skill now, He knows he's gonna die, so he's got to do something. There's no way to save this McLean. Might as well make it useful. So he's going to get some bonnet healing here. This should kill. Yeah. Okay, that's actually a pretty good result. If anything, I have a feeling that was pretty much what McLean was going in for anyway. So the fact that he was able to secure the kill injured and still get back a decent amount, Leon kind of did half McLean's job for him. Okay, so that's Leon easily taken care of from a distance here by this AO. And now it's pretty much just the Oboro show, but he still needs a couple turns to wind up. So FlareRi basically has to sit back there and wait for the rest of Lukcid's team come in and pound on him for a couple turns before he even has a DPS back. Yeah, my stream might be chugging a bit here, Cobra. I'm not, haven't really had a chance to get it set back up and optimized from when I was streaming from elsewhere. I should really sit down and do that. Before my next Final Fantasy stream, I'll make sure all my settings are back to normal. I don't really feel like doing that on the fly while a tournament match is on, though. So Lukcid able to move up with a little bit of impunity here, with the rest of FlareRi's DPS units not in existence anymore. Like I said, though, this Oboro will be able to transform a little bit earlier than usual, but, you know, even if he does that, he's still up against 4 strong DPS. Oboro is not going to be able to kill all of those before FlareRi's team starts to feel the pressure from them. Well, Chaton was right. AO not quite able to one-shot the Hilda, but it didn't matter at that point because Lukcid would have been easily able to just combo the hell out of that Hilda. Plenty of DPS left. So pretty sure I have to rejoin this still. It's something that Zilong has not fixed. So we will rejoin for Game 2, and that was a relatively quick one, with Lukcid going up 1-0 after Game 1. I don't know, I think it was just an interesting decision for FlareRi to try to go in with Leon on one McLean who had a revive. You know, Leon, one of the nice things about Leon, one of the great values of Leon is he can splash a lot of damage out there. So maybe FlareRi just pulled the trigger a little bit early. He might have been nervous about letting McLean come in on him, knowing that McLean had that assassination ability. And, you know, if left to his own devices, he would have been able to kill the Connie on his own. So maybe he was just trying to throw a wrench into that plan. Okay, Lukcid changing the box up. FlareRi sticking with his original box, but Lukcid is dropping some of the tank push staples here, including Sagni, so unfortunately, we're not going to get to see Saggy in play here. But Lukcid is bringing up his own Oboro, also bringing up another healer, or really a Liana, and Act again, potentially as a helper for Oboro to get him spun up. We've also got the Agnes and the Archon. So Lukcid banning out the Hilda relatively early, which just ensures that his Archon can be played if he gets fielded. May also force FlareRi on a tank pick here if he intends to play slow like he did in Game 1. He may not, though. Right, he decides not to go for the tank. He wanted to secure the Rosen instead. I mean, I guess he could put the guard skill on Grenchiel. She won't be guarding AO, though. I mean, FlareRi opting for the Rosen Seal to try to negate this AO as much as possible, I guess. Still getting the Joa and Connie out there. I believe they're buffed by Grenchiel, aren't they? And Lukcid just with an overwhelming wealth of potential FlareRi destroyers here now. Like, even if Grenchiel is bringing her guard ability, she's not going to be able to eat a fully powered up Z2 or Leon. Toa gets deployed, though. She actually at least has a faction buff. So, I mean, she'll be able to ignore guard, but it's fairly clear from Lukcid's style here that he's not going to be deploying a tank anyway. So she's basically just there as like a mobile high output DPS. Unfortunately, FlareRi stuck with a slow unit for his last pick and just opts for another healer. Which is not too bad of a pick, to be honest, just because he's going to be taking a giant pounding from Leon and AO here, so it'll keep his team full if they can survive the one-shots. But I feel like Archon, Leon, and Z2 will both pretty much one-shot anything in here. Yeah, it's pretty passive. I mean, even if your Oboro is just sitting in the back line behind everyone, just slowly charging up, at least it's one more unit who can potentially do damage. If you're getting into a trade scenario here, Elma's not going to be killing any units on Lukcid's side. Oboro maybe kills one. Rice Crew, welcome to the stream. Pretty much the tail end of the stream. Okay, and FlareRi is going to try to play this like a trade game. He didn't bother bringing the guard on Grenshiel. He knew it would be fruitless. Even the Act again on Lukcid's side is really going to help him with his aggression, too. So yeah, we do have that teleport on AO. We also have these nice little archers here to help melt through the Toa and the Grenshiel. Interesting. Yeah, Moon, I mean, it's possible that that FlareRi was kind of thrown off his tank push approach game style after Game 1. Like, Game 1 was pretty quick, and it may have been difficult for him to process kind of what happened during that game, so he wanted to try something different before that shift in strategy was really fully cooked. You know, I think FlareRi could have gone for another, like, turtley style pick and ban like he did in Game 1 and just played differently. So here we're going to have Leon come in for the charge. He'll be able to splash some little follow-up AoE damage around here. Get a shuffle. The Toa still barely hangs on, so that's fine, but we do, of course, have Zerida with her teleport still up. Okay, the Zerida opting to take out the Connie. She's sitting pretty pat in there with a revive and a Zera ball right beside her. So she's pretty comfy. Toa knows that, so she opts for the easier target in Leon, but still unable to kill even the Leon. Which definitely hurts. It hurts in the soul to see that. Leon is just going to run home for now. Live to fight another day. Lukcid may bring him back out. Okay, Zerida actually laying down the law here, finishing off that Toa as well. So FlareRi really has nothing left in the tank. We have a Grenshiel and two healers, two real slow-ass healers who are basically going to stay piled up behind those pillars for the rest of the game. Meanwhile, Trinhuv has 4 Well, I guess this Zerda has lost her first life, but there's no threat really to be able to take away that that life now, other than, I guess, like Grenshiel popping it again next turn. But by then, like I said, Trinhuv with a full team of 3 nicely stacked up DPS. Rosenseal trying her best. Okay, here comes AO. I was just clicking on her to see what her teleport situation was like. Or her swap situation. But here it comes. Not quite enough to kill the Grenshiel, but it strips her shield and severely injures her. Anyone on Trinhuv's team can kill that now. And they're going to be given that opportunity right now. Wow, and that's it. So that's both games to Lukcid in record-setting time. Where's the time on this stream? How long have we been up? Like half an hour. 5 or 6 minutes of that was getting the stream set up. So it's possible there was a little bit of metagaming going on there. The stream technically started like 40 minutes late, so maybe FlareRi was already in bed, tired, you know, half in dreamland and dreaming of hoisting the trophy after beating Lukcid and not fully prepared. But I don't know. FlareRi's a good player. I wouldn't have been able to beat him, as evidenced by my past performance in this tournament. So thank you very much for coming out, FlareRi and Lukcid. Thank you for the great games. FlareRi with the really interesting box. I kind of wish these games had been a little bit longer just because I wanted to see some more out of these units that you don't get to see all the time in Apex settings. Like, Toa has a niche of popularity. There are some players who have good ones and who use her just because you can get her a buff. Joa and Connie, we saw a little bit of last season. I haven't seen as much this season, so it would have been nice to see a little bit more action from either of those. And also, unfortunately, did not get to see any Sagni. But maybe during ladder this weekend, I'll get messed up by some Sagnis, so we shall see. So Lukcid is going to move on to face, I'm not sure who, I don't have the bracket right in front of me, but FlareRi goes out in the top 32 like a champ. I'll catch you guys in the next stream. Like I said, I'm kind of only like 60% back from vacation, so not sure what I'm going to be doing for Final Fantasy or more Langrisser over the weekend. I've got a wedding to go to. I do have another little vacation booked in a couple of weeks, so I'm probably not going to be getting my studio set back up again until August. But if there's a stream here and there, like a match for TSdL that no one else is able to pick up, I will try to grab it and bring it to you all, my friends. Until that time comes, happy Langrissing.